Hello all, let's see this question of Prelims 2025 and it's very important question related to the world geography. Okay, consider the following countries: United Kingdom, Denmark, New Zealand, Australia and Brazil. And it has been asked that how many of the above countries have more than 4 time zones. So more than 4 time zones are to be find out. Okay, so if we see the first country, that is United Kingdom. United Kingdom is having a smaller area as we compare about the world geography, but when we talk about this its powers, like it has been one of the important colonial power, and currently also it has many of the areas which are outside the United Kingdom as a territory, right? So it has very high territory areas. If we see that this is the Falkland Island, which is also the part of the United Kingdom. Bermuda is part of the United Kingdoms. So territories of the United Kingdom are spread throughout the world, and hence there are many time zones. If we include all, then it amounts to 9 time zones, right? The same is the case of the Denmark. When we will see that Denmark is a country here, but it has Foray Island and Greenland as its territories. Okay, so this all includes into 5 time zones, right? Now next is New Zealand. New Zealand is also one of the important countries, but what actually happens is it has many islands near about the New Zealand in Pacific Ocean. Okay, so this makes it to have more than 4, that is 5 time zones, right? And when we talk about the Australia has inland or within this Australian country, there are 3 time zones, right? But when we talk about the other islands near about this mainland, then whole the time zones that comes out becomes 9, right? Okay, now when we talk about the Brazil doesn't have much of the territories outside this mainland, but Brazil has 4 time zones of itself, right? So Brazil have 4 time zones. Okay, so our question was about more than 4 time zones. So more than 5 time zones is available in all the 4 countries above. Okay, so our answer will be B, that is 4 countries. Okay. Let's see this question of Prelims 2025, and this is the very basic question of the world geography. And if you are not able to solve this type of question, then there is some fundamental understanding issue with you, right? So this is the very basic question which can be asked from this world geography topic. Okay, so let's see this question. Anadyr in the Siberia and Nome in the Alaska are few kilometers from each other, but when the people wake up and get set to the breakfast in these cities, it would be different days. So yes, when I mark the points in the map below, Anadyr in the Siberia, okay, Anadyr, and Nome in Alaska, and Alaska, Nome is there. Okay, you should know where is Alaska and where is Siberia. Okay, so yes, because both the places are on opposite side of the international date line. Okay, international date line, that is why both the time and days will be different. Yes, this statement is right. Okay, now when we see the second statement, when it is Monday in Anadyr, it is Tuesday in Nome. And we know when the sun rises, so day is moving from here to here. Okay, from east to west. Okay, so when it is Monday here, it is still Sunday here. And if it is Sunday here, by extension of the logic, it is still Sunday here. So it can't be Tuesday here. Tuesday? No. It will be Sunday only. Okay. So this statement is wrong, and hence the statement correct option is A. Let's see this question of Prelims 2025. It's a very important question. Indian Railways have prepared a national rail plan to create a future-ready railway system by 2028. Okay. The second statement says Kavach is an automatic train protection system which has been developed by or in collaboration with Germany. And third statement says Kavach system consists of RFI tags which are fitted on the tracks in the railway section. Okay, so question asks which of the following statements are not correct. So we should consider what the statements which are not correct. Okay, so we should verify the correctness of all these statements. So first statement says NRP, National Rail Plan, is to be created by 2028, and this is very important because in any current affairs you can read about it, and it is the plan is uh, about creation of this future ready national rail plan by 2030. So this statement is wrong in that sense, right? Now second statement says Kavach is to be developed in collaboration with Germany, but this Kavach system has been developed indigenously by India itself, right? So this statement also goes wrong. The third statement says Kavach system consists of RFI tags. Okay, so this statement is right because whenever there is a station, okay, and railway track is there, so in order to avoid the collision between two trains, RFI tags are put on the tracks. So once rail comes from both the sides, these tags connect with the central system and try to put brakes on the train. Okay, so both train gets automatically brake system, and the collision is avoided. So this statement is right. So our option which is correct, and in that sense the options which are not correct is statement 1 and statement 2, and our option will be A, which is correct answer. Question of prelims 2025. It's very important question. Consider the following statement with respect to the pardoning power of the President of India. Okay, pardoning power is to be discussed. So first statement says exercise of this power by the President can be subject to the limited judicial review. Okay, and then statement second says the President can exercise this power without the advice of the central government or Council of Ministers, right? So you can refer to that. Now, which of the following statements are correct? So correctness of the statement is to be seen. So first statement says the exercise of power can be subject to the limited judicial review. So it has been said by the Supreme Court that this pardoning power of the president, though it has been given to him and he can apply his independent reasoning, but still for the malified intent, the judicial review can be put on the president's pardoning power. Yes. Okay. So this statement is right. Second statement says the president can exercise his power without the advice of Council of Ministers. So according to Article 74 of the Indian Constitution, you all know that president cannot take an independent decision. Independent decision is not taken by president. Okay. So president requires the advice of the Council of Ministers in order to do anything, right, or take any decision. So this statement is wrong in that sense, and hence the only option 1 is correct and option A is correct in our answer. Okay, so our answer is option A. Hello, let's see this prelims question of 2025, and here regions and country are given. So question says how many of the above rows is information correctly matched. Okay, so let's see which information is correctly matched and which one is wrong. Okay, so Mallorca is a region which belongs to the Spain and not the Italy, right? Normandy is a region of the France, right? Okay, so about Mallorca, you should know that it is an island and it is located in the Mediterranean Sea. Okay, same is the case of the Sardinia. Sardinia is also an island. Okay, and it is located in the Mediterranean Sea and it belongs to Italy, right? It belongs to Italy. So none of the above given is correctly matched, right? And hence our option will be option D, that is none of the above is correctly matched.